Chris.
Hi,
Hi.
Chris. Yeah, we're pretending we just met, but instead, in fact, we've been talking for an hour offline. So here we are coming
Yeah.
to talk to you guys about success and about online success mostly. Because what happens is there's a lot of us who want to have online businesses. And we start with dreams and hopes and skills. And then there's a lot of us who kind of go for it in a way that is like me climbing Mount Kilimanjaro with a pair of flip flops. And
Exactly.
this is not happening. Just in case you had any doubt, this is not happening. You will go for a while with your flip flops. And then I know because I was this person. I'm just going to own it. So, yeah, a pair of flip flops and a small bottle of water. So you have two things,
Oh,
right? Because you think you're not going to get thirsty. Mindset. I'm going to be
right.
fine. Um, and the
Oh
tech
my
is your flip
gosh, that's a
flops,
good
right?
that's a good metaphor.
Thank you. I'm quite happy with it. I just came out with it. Um, so I think that the reality of it is that it's not going to happen. Um, it can take you a while. You will go to a point, and you might even go in ease, joy, and flow to this point until your water bottle is empty, until you don't have um, any fuel left, as in fuel in your head, energy that will convince you that this is happening. So, and until your flops are dead or completely falling apart, which is what will happen if your tech knowledge is either too shallow or too scattered. I think it's a different thing for yeah. No, this is a loaded word for us today. I'm going to be careful, but
Scattered much? Yeah,
the the tech thingy. I'm going to talk about the tech, and then you can talk about the business or about the mindset. But the
sure.
tech thing. So if I go for the flip flops analogy, now I like it. I'm going to stick to it. You have two options when you start. If you don't build a solid foundation tech wise, what's going to happen? You have two options. Either it's too shallow, so the thing is not solid enough, and you're building, so your online business will collapse because the thing is not solid enough and strong enough to hold the things, like my computer. I started this online business with this computer, and it is very nice. I love it to bits, but it is a not strong enough computer. At this minute, it's not. It can't hold my business, and it's literally collapsing. And so I bought myself a brand new computer. Another topic for another day. So this is one option. It's too shallow. It's not strong enough. And the other option is because I'm starting and I don't want to invest money or education, so learning something, I will go for the cheap or free and easy to learn things all over. So I can imagine, for instance, using only social media, which might I remind you again and again is not your business. Or I might choose 5 different tools that can do only a bit of what I need. So I'm scattering my energy, but each of them is free. Instead of deciding, okay, I'll buy one that does all those 5 things, plus another 10 others, by the way. And then I can start building on it. And my education is not wasted because I learn one tool and then I can use it for now, for tomorrow, for later. So it is, you can start with anything. Yeah, you can start Mount Kilimanjaro with a pair of flip flops, but it will not get you to the top. What we help you work on in our program is to choose some solid shoes, nice pair of socks, a nice pair of foot cream, and and take care of it. Take care of your feet every night, and take care of your shoes as well, so that you can actually climb to the top if you want to. And again, we don't all have dreams of millionaires or being the CEO of a 20,000 employee company. That's fine too, but it's not the shoes that should decide the destination. It's you. And so
Ooh.
if you walk with flip-flops, they will decide when you stop. And if you work with wonky tech, scattered tech, or tech that is not made for business, if you work with a blogspot thingy, you will end up not having a business, basically, or
Yep.
not a solid foundation business. So that's the tech part, but it's very colliding with the mindset part, is it not? Because
What's funny, when you were talking about that, I was getting, some places you can't go with open toe shoes, you know? And that's what I was thinking. Like, yeah, if you're going to be serious, you can't wear open toe shoes. Those are
yeah,
not
yeah.
allowed, right? Um, but oh, that's funny. And you just brought up something. I was thinking this weekend. You know how there's the statistics of most small businesses fail in the first year?
Yep.
And that's not even online. That's,
No, that's
brick and
everywhere.
mortar.
Yeah.
I think that's mindset.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think and it's just no one talks about that.
No.
They want to talk about what are the economic conditions of your neighborhood, or, like location,
Yep.
location. I don't think so.
Yeah, but location is also a mindset thing, because you
Oh
choose
yeah.
where you open your business, right?
Yes.
My
Yes.
father was an amazing architect. He was gifted. The guy was gifted. He stopped working for other people after a while, and he decided to focus on building his own homes. He actually built more than 20 houses,
Oh.
almost from scratch, for us. I mean, for his family and for himself. And he died with a hammer in his hand, basically. He loved designing the houses and then building them. And all of them were not in the right location.
Yeah.
All of them, he was unhappy. He was so happy about the house. And then after a few months, years, he thought, I hate this place, basically. So it's like, it's always about, and location is about the mindset, because he chose the place to build the house in it, right? And every time, and a few months before dying, he said something around, I should have really, instead of building a new house, chose my next location more carefully.
Yeah.
In a place where I actually wanted to live, not because the house was going to be nice, but because the neighborhood. So I think even the location thing is a mindset thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, let's not blind ourselves. Everything is a mindset thing. Because
Yes.
if
Yes.
I think happy thoughts, I get happy results. Don't
Yeah.
I?
Yes. Yeah.
We
Well,
discussed the simple and complicated thing.
yes. So simple. So simple. And this weekend, I had a wobble, and the whole time I was trying to direct myself. And sometimes we're not ready for it, right? We have to feel it. We have to go through it. We have to dig up the shit and let it surface and then clean it off. And so I was in this, oh my God, I don't even know what it was. I don't even know what the thoughts were, but I was like trying to coach myself through it. And finally, I'm like, Chris, just feel it. Just sit in this for a while. Be nice to yourself. Don't push yourself through this. But this morning, like, hey, Isaiah's still here.
Yep.
We're still, the earth is still rotating. Everything is fine. The world
Nobody
has not come
died.
to an end, right? And the whole time I was making the doubt and the fear that I was feeling mean something so much bigger. And it's so easy to let that happen. It's so easy to let a perceived disappointment blow up, especially I think for women. I think women, and I'm looking at this in my own family. And I know, Isaiah, you've used a phrase a couple times that has triggered me. you've talked about raising your kids, your sons as, I raised them as, and I kept thinking, oh my God, did I have a plan? I've got 4 kids and I didn't have a plan. And
I didn't have a plan to begin with. Just chillax. I didn't have a plan to begin with. It came later.
right.
In the
So
course of
that's,
raising them, I thought, maybe I should, but I didn't have.
yeah,
It wasn't
you
from the
tweak,
beginning. Of course, you
right?
tweak. Of course, you
Just
tweak.
like an online business, you tweet, you see something that doesn't feel right. Okay, I'm going to shift my focus this way. I'm going to shift my energy this way. I'm going to look at the stuff and enjoy the stuff that feels good and
Yeah.
appreciate that right now. And really,
But you know
if
what
you
helps
can
the
train
shifting?
yourself to do that, that'll get you through anything.
But you know what helps the shifting?
What's that?
Company.
Yes, I was thinking reflection
Company. Community.
helps.
Other
Yeah,
people that are in the same boat, basically, and help you row in the right direction.
right. And
Because
that's what
the
happened
thing
with the
is, the
summit.
wobble, you
Yeah.
see, what can happen is if you're going in your own head, you can go for days. I can
Oh
go
my
for days.
gosh. Oh
I can
yeah.
go for days until somebody reaches out and says, "Are you out of your mind at this minute?" Or until I reach out and say, "Hey, I've been thinking this for 2 days," and the person says, "Sorry, what?" you know, and so
Right.
yeah, I think that the community, mostly for online working, is really important. That the moment
Yeah.
that we can find um, a group of peers that can both reflect our struggles and ask the stupid questions that we don't see, or ask the clever questions. But sometimes it's the stupid questions also, somebody asked a question
Yeah.
last Friday, and I thought, this doesn't make sense, but it opens up, so it's just
Yeah.
having a different pair or many different pairs of eyes, ears, and brains in there, and
Yeah.
hearts.
Yeah. And it helps pull you out of the fiction that you're creating
Yeah,
in your head
because
because
we're so good
it's
at
all
creating those
stories.
stories.
Yeah. I
So
mean,
freaking good.
oh, it's so easy. And so, I mean, and we are the creative sex, right? The imaginative sex,
Mhm.
and we're connected. And man is, and that's powerful too. You start these pictures in your head and you start well, this happened, so it must mean this. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, that's the beginning
The,
of the
the,
downward
yeah,
spiral.
but it's I don't remember who said that, but somebody said something around anxiety is imagination, it wasted imagination. So it's
Yeah,
literally that,
it
the
is.
more imaginative you are, the more creative your mind, the more you can create those extraordinarily happy scenarios, the more you can
Yeah,
create the shitty scenarios as well. And both of them
yeah.
are fake
But
until
if
we
you're
make
doing
them
it,
real. Until we make them real
yeah,
by believing into them. And
yeah,
then, if I believe in a positive outcome, let's teach 2 seconds of a law of attraction. Like energy attracts like energy. So if I can believe in the positive outcome and really feel it, there's a good chance that this is what I'm attracting to me. If I go on using my crazy wild imagination and creating this amazingly depressing scenario,
yeah.
guess what? Law of
It's
attraction.
it's just as easy to go the other way.
Exactly.
I
Exactly.
Which you have to train yourself to do. And this, if you're doing it in your personal life, it's going to happen in the online business world too.
Absolutely.
So if your kids leave for school and you're suddenly worried about every single possible thing, it's going to come up in business too. So it's just
Absolutely.
getting a hold of it and shifting those steps so that those thoughts, whatever negative thoughts, don't end up becoming negative beliefs,
Yeah.
which,
Don't
happened when we're young.
thoughts become stories, stories become beliefs, right? And
Yeah.
I believe I believe that one way out of this is obviously the mindset work, the sheer mindset work. Another way is action, is
Yes.
literally starting to do something in one direction, even if it's not the perfect one, the acknowledged one, and then freaking sticking to it for
Yeah.
as long as it takes, as in to have a proper opinion about it, you know? Because if I do a thing once and then it fails, whatever it is, or I feel it fails, because again, you never know. I have a story for that one. Can I? When I started my online business in French, I created a freebie because everybody said, "Oh, you need to create a freebie." So I created a freebie, which is actually a coloring page linked with the Ho'oponopo forgiving method.
Hmm.
Then I thought, oh, I'm going to do my business in 2 languages. So I did it in English. So I created this coloring page and a nice PDF to go with it to explain the method, blah, blah, blah. And this was my freebie. Very inconsistently posted about it, once or twice. Fast forward, and I did, some people did join my email list, but really like 3 people out of this freebie. Fast forward 3 years, and I talked to someone online who was in one of my community where I was as well. And this woman says, "Oh, but you're Isaiah." Yeah, I said, "I'm Isaiah." "Oh, I love your thingy about the Ho'oponopo method." And I said, "Sorry, what?" "You're one of the three." And she said, "No, I'm not one of the three at all. A friend of a friend of a friend was one of the three. I'm 5 persons remote, and I was sent this PDF by friends. So obviously,
Oh,
so it's like the ripples you can't imagine,
right, right.
I can go into crying because she stole my thing and she didn't sell it. She gave it forward. So I can, cry because all these people were not on my email list, or I can go, this is amazing, you know, how something that I thought was a failure ended up, and this woman actually became my client, the last one, because she had this PDF and she loved it, basically. So failures are very relative, very
So
relative.
I have a donut story. Imagine that. So I actually had the shop, right?
Mm.
And Saturday mornings, farmer market mornings, those were my big days. I was doing well on Saturday mornings, but it never failed. I would be in the shop at 5 a.m. and mixing up my donut batter for the day. And I would be thinking to myself, how many batches should I make today? And in my head, every week in my head, no one's going to show up. Why are you making all this? Who do you think? And I'm like, if I like 10 batches would be like the most. And if I thought, okay, I'm going to make 10 batches today. And then in my head, why? You're just going to have to throw it all away. Who's going to show up? You think you're going to sell all this? Every Saturday morning, 5 hours later, just like usual, I have a line, 30 people deep. And I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm glad I don't listen to that 5 a.m. voice every day, no matter how. And I kept track. Like, this is the one thing I kept track of. I kept track of how much I sold, how much I made every week religiously. And I could still look at those numbers and I would still have the voice showing up.
Mm.
But one thing I did every week, I showed up. I would never not show up for a farmer's market morning. And I realized this morning that's being consistent. That's my money making opportunity. Why would I not show up on a Saturday morning?
Mm-hmm.
And so now, I'm using that like, come on, Chris, it's Monday morning. Here's your chance. And,
Yeah.
and then the voice is, who's going to show up? Why are you even doing that? What?
Yeah. And again, you don't listen to that voice.
Right.
You don't
I think,
listen to
oh,
that
hi
voice
again.
because, yeah, hi again.
I know you.
Hello. Hi, depressed as I am. I know you. How about shutting your big mouth? Or at least, maybe we can go and pat her on the back and say, okay, I hear you. Basically,
Yes.
you're afraid, right? Basically, you're afraid. And I'm not interested. I'm not interested in following your advice.
Yes.
I'm interested in creating this other story where people will show up, where the women that we can help in our Her Enlightened Business Matrix will find us because
But
they
no,
need us.
yes, that's going to
You know,
happen. It's going to happen for me and for you, and it's going to happen.
for
So
them. It's also
you
going to
can.
happen for
Oh yeah,
them because this is the thing. You see, we have to go into this mindset of this is an incredible opportunity for you, not for us. We're fine. Basically, we're fine, aren't we? At this minute, we're fine. This program is running. We have some spots that are filled. So
yeah,
this program is running. It's not a failure, and it can never be a failure anymore because it's functioning. So we're fine. But for you, you miss out now. There's this incredible mindset possibility there. Of teaching moment for us as well, how we can learn from the thing, which is it's all in our heads. Obviously,
oh
everything is
yeah,
all in our heads, right? And we can just choose what
yes.
comes out of our heads.
Well, and I
What do I
think they
let?
show up. They show up when we're taking a step.
Yeah.
So just know that that's going to happen. And like it happened in the summit last year, when we had a group, everybody was there to reach out to whoever was having a wobble that week. So, and it went around. It hit everybody.
Yeah.
But there was everyone else there to reach out and say, it's okay. We're going to keep going. We're
Yeah.
doing this.
Yeah.
And that's valuable.
And that when you're in a program like Her, and you have both a mindset guru, maven, sorry, like this one, and a tech goddess, like this one, you know that the wobbles have solutions.
Yes.
That if you dare to just say, "Hey, I don't know," or "I'm lost here," well, that's what we're here for,
Yeah.
and it's a completely different situation than me just trying to find the way to Mount Kilimanjaro with my flip-flops and my little water bottle, and not even knowing where the fuck the Mount Kilimanjaro is, or what's the temperature up there, or how high it is. That's what we are here for, basically.
The guides. We're the guides.
And again, yeah, I'm pretty sure that you can do everything on your own because you're an amazing person, whoever you are listening to us. But why would it be complicated and hard when it can be simple with some guides and some hand holding? So
Yes.
it's a question of how do I accept that through my complicated program, how can I have a successful online business, which is complicated, right? If I start in my head with this, I want a successful online business, there are so many options. It's like, oh my God, it's complicated. And the first thing that the first mindset place is accept that the solution can be simple. Get some help, basically.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. I think it's two things. Get some help and stick to it. Consistency. So if you decide to work with a coach, stick with that coach until at least a while, give it 3 months at a minimum, so that you see. If you decide to enter a program, which you should, like ours, stick to it and play the game by the rules of this program. If it's not for you, it's not for you. But you can't know until you've tried and persevered for a while. I was thinking, show up for yourself. Yeah.
Yes.
And be a self-fulfilling prophecy of success because you show up. I am going to show up until I succeed. Why should it be complicated? Why should it be hard? It shouldn't. Let me try the easy way. The easy way is not on my own.
Yeah,
You
if
know
you just
why?
show up.
Because otherwise you'd be already there,
Yeah.
basically, with your flip-flops and little water bottle. So yeah, I think this weekend I was talking about the energy of spring. I was running an online circle. So yeah, I have several lives, as we all know. And I was talking about one of the so in the northern hemisphere we're into the springtime energy. So spring is like, the sap is rising in the trees, and life is coming back into everything on the land, but also in our bodies and in our psyches, in our energy systems, if you want. So there is a call to really embrace this upwards energy, which is amazing, because we can surf on it, and utilize this energy. And I was quoting, or paraphrasing rather, because I'm not sure it's the exact quote. This woman who wrote Women Who Run with Wolves, Clarissa Pinkola Estes, and she says, the one characteristic, the one thing that nature does always, that is the one thing that makes it solid, is it perseveres. It perseveres. It doesn't stop, even when it seems to be stopping in the winter, when it has its ebb thingy. It goes like back into the trees lose their leaves, and the seeds are underground, but still nature perseveres. If we can learn from that, and I'm not saying push, 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 but if we can just have this never give up, not like give up because I'm losing, but never stop working towards your dreams. I think there is no stopping us if we don't stop ourselves. And again, we so often stop ourselves with our stories.
And forward momentum is forward momentum.
Yep. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have a program, in case you doubted. We have a program called Her Enlightened Business Matrix. It's a 6-month program. We accompany 12 trailblazing, is that what you say?
Yes.
Women, to build the foundations of their online businesses. And as I was saying earlier on, foundations that can literally hold Mount Kilimanjaro or whatever you want to build on top of that. And these foundations are two-sided. It's mindset foundations and tech foundations, but one cannot go without the other. If you're just it's like when you dance. I used to be a dancer, a professional one. I got paid to dance. Can you believe? To teach dance. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. When you dance, you have the moves, right? You're supposed to be doing the moves of whatever choreography you're following. But there's also what's called the musicality. So if you don't feel the music, this is not a dance. This is just a robot thingy, robot person doing the moves. It's the same, I think, for life. We need or for online business, we need the tech. We need the structure of something. But if you don't have any music in there, if you don't believe in this thing that you're building, nothing's happening.
Yeah.
So yeah, both things. We do both things. Chris does most of the mindset work, and she will ask all the uncomfortable questions that will provide all the amazing answers. I do the tech. So I do tutorials and explanations and rescue SOS answer Q&As and things like that, so that you are not alone with building the tech foundations. We have live calls, we have recorded tutorials, we have bonuses, we have a payment plan, we have an amazing offer that you can get bumped into VIP if you refer somebody else. And we start next Monday. So basic. And if you're interested, you can find everything. Sorry, there's a sales page that is referenced above. or it's here as well. So you can go and read everything about it on the sales page. You can also ask to speak with either of us or both if you're on the fence and you want to know more. If you do want to know how we teach and what the type of things we do, you can either listen to us live probably every day these days on Facebook, and register to the, again above the video, to the Success Series Masterclass. So you can find it's free, and you can see how we teach, style of people we are, in case you want to know more about that. Voila. Price point is $2,997, but there is a payment plan. And a VIP option, which is $3,497, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure for the VIP.
Yes.
The page is not open on my computer.
Which includes, is it 6 one-to-one sessions for the
6
VIP?
one-to-one sections. Yeah. So voila, this is her, and this is us. Yep. Pun intended. Sorry, I'm a TV show buff, so, and I own that. I decided, I realized mindset. I realized why I watch TV shows. So I'm going to share that completely out of the blue. I watch TV shows because it's the only way to shut my brain.
Oh, yeah.
It's the only way to shut this person that is going into overdrive, the one that you were mentioning, the one that creates all the stories. I watch other people's stories, fake people's stories, so that I'm not getting caught on my own shit stories, basically.
Yeah.
When I'm in a not shit, like in a happy loop, it's just for fun watching TV, but it's not TV. It's always, I can't stand the promotions or ads, so it's always streaming services. So but it's mostly to get out of my mind, basically, and that so that I don't get into the dark place. Yeah, a sticker book. Absolutely.
I was watching movies and doing stupid movies. That's what I love. I love stupid movies, and I have this sticker book. I've been doing it this weekend. Yeah, the mindless. To focus on something else that. Yeah.
No, for me, if I can even worry about how Jamie Fraser is going to survive in the Battle of Culloden, or how the Witcher is going to kill this monster or rescue Ciri from wherever she is, or how these people are lost in space, how they will get back to the to their ship. These things occupy my mind, and then I don't get into loops.
Right.
So whatever works, just whatever works.
I was wondering if Adam, future Adam and present day Adam were going to make the timeline straight. Have you watched that? The Adam Project?
Yes, I did. Yeah. Mm-hmm. I did.
That's what I was concerned with yesterday.
Yeah. No, that was my last weekend. So not yesterday. Yesterday, Witcher. I was all into monsters yesterday.
Okay.
Voila. So if you're interested in anything remotely of what we've been discussing, and you want more, you can also contact either of us for more information on her and how you can join the women who are already in there, and basically change your life, change your business, and get an amazing experience of participating in a global summit, and increasing your audience, and having fun, I think, also, and having the support of a community.
That's the fun part for me, the community. Yes.
Well, there's so many fun parts,
We always say
I get to do tutorials. Yay.
Yes.
Okay, well,
35 minutes. We can talk forever.
Oh, yes, we can. But I have some work to do, actually. So
me too.
Thank you very much for having us. We will see you next time, maybe tomorrow, maybe later. Bye for now.
Maybe.